Hello everybody, this is Bob Anderson, and I am going to lay out, or I'm attempting to lay out right here in this video, my plan on what to do now that I have my 10 recently funded PA accounts with Apex. Again, I use Apex because they're one of the prop firms that allows you to have 10 accounts. Matter of fact, they allow you to have 20. But your boy right here hardly has the nerve to trade 10 at the same time. But again, this is my trading journey, so I may get there one day. But today ain't that day. So let me back up before I move forward, because here's the deal. August of last year, 2022, is when I started this trading channel. And what I had done when I started it was I had just started putting videos out there of me trading evaluation account, an evaluation account, a $50,000 Apex evaluation account. And I was predominantly I was trading just the ES. And I was trading the 1 minute gold line trades. Only. So I was using a 1 minute chart, 1 minute candles, 1 minute 9 EMA. That was it. And I slow walked myself for the next, 15 days or so to get now I don't think it took me 15 days. Now I don't remember, but I ended up getting my PA funded account. And then I ended up walking that account all the way to funding, and I showed it all in my videos. So let's get to today. Now we're August of this year. Oh, and I did a 10 account challenge like in November or something, and I blew up all the accounts. And I had the embarrassment of having to come on here and tell you that I blew them all up. And then I blew them up because I didn't know how to use the trade copier, and that's another story. I have the trade copier figured out now. But anyways, so now we're here in 2023. We're getting ready to go into August. And I just passed these 10 accounts. And so I've been trying to think in my mind, what do I need to do to get these 10 accounts to the point where, and now just follow me here, okay? Because I've really had this deep in thought. Because this is really important for me. And whatever I learn in my journey, I convey to you guys. So it'll be hopefully, useful information for you too. But the reality of it is this. If you have 10, in this case, 10 funded accounts, and you can get past the drawdown period. So like in this case, it's 20, you got to take they're all $50,000 accounts. The drawdown is $2,500. So you got to get to 52.5 to feel safe. Your draw, now your trailing stop no longer follows you. You've got $2,500 in cushion in all 10 accounts, which is $25,000 in equity in those accounts. So, which may sound insurmountable when you start multiplying it out. So I'm going to multiply all this stuff out, and then I'm going to break it down for you. So I started thinking to myself, okay, well, at Apex, you can take a draw of $500 minimum. You got to minimum have at least $500 in your accounts to take a draw. You got to have $500. So I said to myself, well, if I want my trailing stop to be 52.5, and I want to minimum get a draw by the end of August, I need to get to $53,000 per account. Okay, so I want to be, and the key to this whole process is going to be me being patient, because when I did this a year ago with one account, and I did it on the ES. I mean, the main thing I did was I was patient. I worked my way to the goals and everything because I sat on here and told you guys about it every day. So what I want to do, what I decided to do then was I said, well, okay, well then let me use $3,000 as the objective for the whole month of August. And then I got my calendar out for August with my cute cookie. Look at, she's so cute. She's on the sand. She was on the beach there. Anyways, and I counted up the trading days and I came up with 23 trading days in the month of August. 23. Okay. So August is a big month. So it's, 3 past your normal of say 20. So, big month, no holidays. Perfect month to be doing this, except it's not the perfect month volume wise. That's a different story. And I broke it down and I said, well, shoot, Bob, you gotta make $130 a day. $130 a day to reach $3,000 in account. $130 a day. Okay. Now, am I going to be able to trade every day? I don't know, because I do have a job and sometimes things happen. But anyways, let's go off the $130 a day. If I need to make $130 a day, and I don't need to obviously blow up my accounts, then the number one thing for me is to keep reminding myself this is a month of patience. I need to be patient. I need to wait for the right setups. I need to make sure I'm getting in on things that look good, meet all the rules, and then I need to get out if it's not doing what I expect. So knowing that's in my mind, that's that last part that I blanked out so YouTube doesn't zing me. Is I decided, okay, the way to do that is to go back to the premise that I used last August, which was to focus on the 1 minute gold line. Because let me explain why the 1 minute gold line over the 5 minute red line or the 5 minute gold line as my key focus, which by the way, I have not been focusing on those to even pass these evaluations. Okay. Really, I have not. But now that I've got all the money outlaid for these accounts, which is $300 and some to get the accounts. And then I think $1,400 to get the funded status of these accounts. Cause I, bought the lifetimes on them. So there's a lot of money invested in this. So I gotta get somewhere to get my money back. Okay. So to do that, I'm going to focus on the 1 minute trades. And here's why I'm focusing on the 1 minute trades. So that everybody kind of understands. Remember my trading strategy that I've talked about on these videos. I have a 9 EMA, which is my 1 minute gold line, that reads off of 1 minute data, and I use a 1 minute candle chart. Okay. So everything's in sequence. 1, 1, 1. Okay. So, and the time that I need to focus on this is much narrower because my trade zone for 1 minute trades is much narrower. I mean, it only runs predominantly from 9:45 to 10:30, 11 at the most. And I have the ability to focus normally about that long. And so, that fits right in my wheelhouse. The other reason I bring this up is because when you're doing 1, 1, 1, okay, and you're looking for, like say this is your pullback. Let's do this. This is very important, this part right here. So you're looking for your pullback, on your candle, and you pull back on your candle, and you pull back on your candle, and then you're looking for that break. Here's your line. You're looking for that break. because you're using a 1 minute candle with a 1 minute moving average on a 1 minute chart, and you're in the time zone where price is moving, there's a lot of volume, most likely, the highest volume of the day for sure. You're looking for that when you get in that trade, that reaction that brings you out of this zone should be relatively immediate. It shouldn't be like sometimes the 5 minute gold line can be, where you get in and then it just kind of lays there sideways a little bit, and then it kind of thinks about it, and then it goes. Because here's part of the reason why that happens when you're using the 5 minute moving average with 5 minute data. You're entering on a 1 minute candle, so you're not really in when the 5 minute traders are necessarily all piling in. You're getting in early on that hopeful rotation. Okay? Whereas on the 1 minute trades, you're getting in with the 1 minute traders. Okay? So I plan on trying to focus on the 1 minute trades over the 5 minute trades. I plan on trying to do it with RTY and CL oil, not the ES. I don't have the patience with 10 accounts to be trading on the ES. Oh God, no. Anyways, and I'm going to try to do that, and I'm going to try to hit, my goal, maybe over my goal on a daily basis. But the real objective is to make sure that when I do have a loss, that it's small. If you're expecting this, and that was the key to me doing this last year on the ES and passing with a $50,000 account. This exact last part, which is the most important part of this whole thing, and that is, if this reaction was not this immediately, you found your way out. You found your way out. You got out. If the reaction was just kind of sideways, but you're only risking, like, say, just below this candle as your stop, and that's like maybe risking 3 or 4 ticks, okay, give it the room, let it breathe. What's 3 or 4 ticks? But the objective is to never take a 10 tick loss. As a matter of fact, when I traded this strategy last year on the ES, I had people going, what? I was using a 3-point target, not 5. And I was using a 5 tick stop. Anyways, but the market was moving a lot slower then, and there was a lot less agitation that there is, say, in November with the ES, and that's a lot harder to do. So like in November, I moved back to 20 tick targets as an example, and I used 10 tick stops. Okay, it just depends on how, what kind of market you're in. We got to remember, August is going to still be continuing with some slow market action. Anyways, so this is what my plan is, and I'm hoping. So what am I hoping for? I'm hoping to do $130 a day on these 10 funded accounts or something along those lines. And I'm hoping to get to a balance on all the $50,000 accounts to $53,000 by the end of August. And then to take a $5,000 draw from these 10 accounts, the end of August. And here's the most important part. Because these 10 accounts at that point in time will have a balance of 52.5. And there's 10 of them. They can become my ATM from that point forward. Very conservative trading. Hit a trade for, say, $100, and boom, shut it off. Because here's what you got to remember. Once these 10 accounts are past the 52.5, and I've set myself up past my, getting a draw, all that kind of stuff. Once I've done all that, a trade that I get in, get out, like these 1 minute gold line trades in either oil or the RTY or whatever, these trades that you hyper focus on, look for that setup, hit that setup because it is a pivot high. It is a pullback that's smooth, meets all the rules, and you get in that and it takes off and it hits 20 ticks, for example, in oil. That's a $2,000 day, even though your P&L says 200. And at that point in time, you just shut it off. Pigs get slaughtered. You got to remember that. I don't like to talk about other traders, but I watched a YouTuber this past week go out there and trade, and one day he loses, I think it was $1,800 or $1,900. The next day he makes $1,300. I'm just like, how are you supposed to, and he's got like, and this is per account. This is per account. He had like 10 accounts. I think he had 10 accounts also. So when he lost $1,800, that's $18,000. It's just like, as I've talked about, this can be a side business for people, and you can control once you learn how to trade and be consistent and don't get cowboyish. You can turn this into your own ATM, and the size of that ATM will depend on the number of accounts you have tied to your ATM. And that's the great part about Apex, because they'll let you have 20 of them. They'll let you have 20 of them day one. A lot of these other prop firms, well, you gotta get one account, and you gotta prove to them that you should get a second account, all this other BS, and all these rules to make you fail along the way and stuff like that. So anyways, that's what I plan on doing. That's what I'm going to try to depict out on my YouTube videos throughout the month of August of what's going on with these 10 accounts. And please pray for me. Because if I can walk my way through it, hopefully I will learn enough lessons to walk you through it also. Imagine having 10 accounts, say 30 days from now, that are funded, past their draw, and you turn it into your own ATM. Is that a life changer for you? It probably would be for most people. Anyways, Apex has their sale through midnight, July 31st, which is tomorrow. I'm doing this video on July 30th. So midnight tomorrow night, Apex is ending their 80% off sale. The month of August doesn't have any holidays or whatnot, so I don't know if they're going to have any sales or not. That's just me telling you, I don't know anything. But if you use our affiliate code AGIBQTJY, I'll have the link in the video down below also. If you use that code, you'll be supporting this channel. And you will get the 80% off through midnight tomorrow. After that, it'll probably go back to the 50% off situation. That's my guess. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. Remember, this is summer. I'm scaling back my whole plan to just try and walk my way through, because we are in the summertime, and I'm going to try to be patient, and I'm going to try to make you guys proud that I actually pull my head out of and actually do this. I'm doing this on YouTube in front of you guys. If that's not scary enough, I don't know what is. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.